Hey guys.
What's up?
So today we're going to try a science experiment. As you know, we're working on Grandpa again today, finally, and well, we can't use this block as Matt said in the last video. I mean, we can, it's still a good block. However, it's not going to work for us because it's well outside our budget to fix it. So since we have nothing to lose and it shouldn't hurt it, we're going to try our hand at electrolysis today. We're going to do some other stuff as well, but it's something we want to try because when we do get the motor we're going to use, it's probably going to need something like that. So we're going to give it a try, see what happens. Try and learn from our mistakes if we make any.
Yeah, clear off some of that rust and
yeah,
all that age.
And the paint and stuff that's still on here. So to keep from boring you guys too much, we went ahead and pressure washed it. We used some purple power on it, you know, just to get all the grease and as much mud off. Well, pressure washing in the rain. All the things that make sense in life. As much mud and grease off as we could. We've removed everything we can remove. So short of us filling up the trash can we're going to use, getting it off the engine stand and ready to hang, we're ready to roll. And then once we get it in, we'll come back and give you an update on what's taking so long. Or at least from our perspective.
It takes a long time anyways.
Yeah, we ran into some issues and we'll explain that later. So, I guess without further ado, let's do this. All right.
Go! All right.
All right, guys, this is what we've got to start with. Definitely got some rust on there, maybe a little bit of paint. I mean, there is still a little bit of grease on it, but this is what we're trying. This is what we're gonna try to figure out and see what the electrolysis actually does. So there it is, nice good look.
Somewhere on here there's some factory green paint. I don't know if that, right here, see it?
Yeah.
And then the white over that, so it might have been painted twice. I don't know.
But this is what we got to start with, guys.
I can't use this hand, it's wet.
All right, guys. So the block's in there with the washing powder, with the anodes, the cathodes. It's all there.
We're what, 45 gallons of water is what it took us?
At least. Yeah.
I did 30, 15. You did 15.
Yeah.
So yeah. And that's
45 gallons of water.
45 gallons of water, 3 cups of baking or washing soda.
Washing soda. All right, whenever you're ready. We'll make sure it don't explode.
I ain't worried about the explode. It's the electricity in me that I'm worried about. I'm gonna unplug Bear's charger here.
Okay.
Just in case something goes not right. Ready?
Yep.
It's on. Okay guys, so let's explain what's happened in what bit of time and pictures I'm sure you've seen. We put this in Thursday at 12:30 p.m. It is now Tuesday, 8:37 a.m.
Work sucks, you know, you can't get to the things you want to do.
No, we have not seen it yet. Matt has the anode outside that we used, so we'll get a video or some pictures of that so you guys can see it. Now, before we pull this out, I want to stress two things. One, this is the first time we've ever done this. Like we said in the beginning, it was a science experiment. This is our learning curve. Two, one of the things I know for sure we could have done different is prepped our anode better.
Yes.
We put a piece of metal that had been sitting outside. It wasn't hardcore rusted, but it could have been cleaned up.
It's hardcore rusted now.
Oh yeah. So, with that said, let's jack this thing up out of here, get it outside, pressure wash it, blow it off, and get it going. Okay.
Turn it a little bit.
Yeah, that's gonna be on the floor.
Well, I knocked some of it off.
Sorry.
Alright. You start sliding the trash can out.
Maybe. Wow. Just wow.
Yeah, it's actually done quite a bit.
I mean,
Well, let's...
yeah, let's get it on the ground.
This is what 5 days in electrolysis looks like. Still a little bit of grease, but a whole lot less rust. So we're gonna get it sprayed out real quick, and then we'll get back to you because we got to blow it out and WD-40 it. All right.
Yeah. Look at all that gunk it got out, or broke up inside it. Okay, we're gonna continue to keep hosing it out like so, and keep moving on to get this thing cleaned up.
Say what you're just saying again.
I said I'm super impressed, and for two people who have no clue what they're doing, using stuff, you know, metal out of the yard and a battery tender charger thingy. I mean, this thing has cleaned up well. I mean, It was raining when we tried to degrease it and clean it up, so the degreaser didn't get to sit on it long, which is why it's on there now. It kicked off I don't know how many times because it's a new age trickle charger that has safety features. You couldn't keep an eye on it all the time. I'm an hour away. I definitely wasn't keeping an eye on it. I mean, our ratio might have been off because we went off everybody else's, but then we figured out that hey, my water's filtered so it don't have all the other stuff in it. Complete learning experience. And like this, I would buy a block that looked like this. Hint, hint, wink, wink for the end of the video. But yeah, we'll let this eat for a couple more seconds and then we'll clean off this degreaser and air it out.
Explain to me what you've done.
Okay, so we have blown it out completely, or to the best of our ability. Then we took blue shop towels and some WD, wiped all the inevitable surface rust you're gonna get out. We wiped it down with WD-40 again. Then we sprayed the entirety of the block with WD-40 and are just letting it sit on there. We're gonna bag it and set it to the side for reasons that will be clarified in just a few minutes, I'm assuming. But all in all, for the poor prep, the inexperience, this thing turned out magnificent. Which one was it? This one. This was our stuck cylinder. If you guys watched the first video on the motor teardown, it felt like it was pitted. After doing electrolysis, all you can feel is the lip ring. I think a person could use either a 3-jaw hone or I don't know the actual name. I've always called them a dingleberry hone, and hone these to get that crosshatch in there and rebuild it straight away. I don't think it needs any machining. We've checked the head. It looks not the head, but the block surface. It looks square, or not square, but flat. Sorry. If this wasn't going to cost us more than our budget that we're wanting to spend, we'd rebuild it. But $1,500 to $2,500 for a rebuild kit is just way too much when we can do a small block Chevy for $500 for a complete master rebuild. So that being said, we're gonna bag it, tag it, and stick it back in the shop.
In the freezer? Oh.
I mean, sure, why not?
My trash bags were big enough to go all the way around.
Oh yeah.
And then he's gonna figure out how to tie this thing. I think.
I am. I just had it. I didn't have it right.
All right, guys. Well, we're gonna push it in the corner, and we'll come back and talk to you.
Okay, guys. We've got it bagged. We got it stuck back here in the kitchen-ish area. You know, out of sight, out of the way. Man, this process for being our first time, it worked way better than I was expecting. You know, you see it on, well, YouTube.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, well, what else did they do? We were so far beyond unprepared.
Yeah, for sure.
That it's ridiculous. But, I mean, Matt, I'm assuming, has put in the video of all the stuff that come out of the water jackets, you know, the spots you can't get to when you're scraping it and pressure washing it. It didn't take off the paint, which I don't know if I should have expected that or not.
It shouldn't do that.
But, I mean, we found out that through doing the process, we found out different things that we need to change. For instance, next time for us, because of the way the water is, we need to use more baking powder.
Washing powder.
Yeah, washing powder. You know, the powder stuff that we used, because your water is filtered.
Yes.
So it takes out a lot of the stuff that...
Free of the dissolved solids.
Yeah, and it, you know, which is the stuff that helps with the conductivity. So we learned that. We learned that we probably should have cleaned up the anode that we used.
Yeah, a lot more. It still had a bunch of gunk on it, though.
Well, just at all would have helped more. But, I mean, I'm assuming you're going to put in a picture of...
Yeah, the one we pulled off.
Yeah, it coming off and all the crap that was on it. We didn't get a picture of the sludge that was left in the bottom.
No.
But
there was a lot of sludge and a lot of brown water.
Yeah, there was 1/4 inch of rusty sludge at the bottom easily. I mean, you guys should, you know, you've seen the before and after pictures. This thing cleaned up way beyond what we expected.
It did.
We probably didn't need to leave it in there 5 days.
No, but work got in the way, so.
Well, not only work, but I couldn't get back out here. So instead of you having to try and do all this on your own, and plus I wanted to be part of it, we just ran it longer. Realistically, 2 days was probably enough.
Oh yeah, more than enough. I bet it we'd have the same amount of sludge.
Yeah. But, you know, whatever. We weren't in a hurry. But the biggest surprise, even though we got all that rust off, was the cylinder we thought was hosed.
Yeah.
And wasn't, you know, was going to definitely require a machine shop.
Yep. It's cleaned up. There's no pitting.
Yeah.
There's no nothing. So it had to have been just the rust that was on the wall.
Yeah. From the piston or the rings or whatever, because now you can run your hand in there and short of the ridge ring from a used motor, which is expected, it's good to go. So if a person had a ring ridge cutter or could get one, I think you can still rent them at like O'Reilly's or wherever who does the Lona tool. But if you can get your hands on one or whatever, it could be redone at home.
Okay.
Just a good hone. Like I said earlier, either the 3-jaw or, as I call it, the dingleberry hone, or, you know, because it looks like deer poop on it. But they work great. A person could put, you know, get rid of that ring ridge, do a good crosshatch in it, and rebuild it. Again, the reason we're not doing it is because for the amount of money that it would take to rebuild it, we can do a whole lot more with that money than rebuilding a motor. It'd be cool to do had the original 327 Vigilante in it. That would be awesome, but it's just not in the cards for us.
Yeah, it's just too expensive.
We too small of a channel with no sponsors to be able to do stuff like that.
That's a fact.
But, you know, we're going to go to the 350. That being said,
we have no more use for this block.
Yes. I was thinking about exactly how I wanted to say that. As of November of 2023, and the releasing of this video, everything out of this truck.
Everything engine-wise. The entire engine, transmission.
Right.
Not the truck.
Well, if you are local to, or close enough you're willing to drive to either we're going to get rid of everything. The motor with everything that it is, because it was complete when we took it out. The transmission and transfer case, which the transmission, full disclosure,
is rusted out.
We took the top cover off. It's rusted in there. Can it be fixed? I don't know. It also has the closed knuckle Dana 44 in the front.
Oh yeah, we're getting rid of that. Okay.
And I want to say it's a Dana 50 in the rear.
Either a 50 or a 55. I can't remember what we came up with.
Yeah, but all of it will be for sale. We're not going to use any of those parts. We are going 1 tons and full Chevy drivetrain, so we're willing to let it go, and it will be let go at a very,
cheap price.
Cheap price.
It needs to be gone. It just needs to be gone.
So
come first of the year, January of 24, it will probably go to a salvage yard. So if you're interested in it, get a hold of us. Look us up on Facebook would probably be the easiest way.
Yeah. Facebook, or leave a comment, and then we can reach back out and we can do all of the things that way too. Again, when I say inexpensive, if we're willing to take it to a salvage yard, we're not looking for much.
No. Just need it out, but we want to give you guys the opportunity to use it if you need it.
Yes, I would love to see this go to a home and one day get a clip of the motor running or the axles that are hard to find in something else. I'm not entirely sure on a price, but I can tell you this.
You just let us know what you're willing to give.
So, again, if you're interested, hit us up. We're done shamelessly plugging at getting rid of stuff now. I hope next week you have a good Thanksgiving, and I'll remind you again in that video. Man, I just, guys,
I'm impressed.
It takes very little money to try this. I think we're $60 or $70 into trying it.
And that's only because you had to buy the battery deal.
Yeah, I didn't have one. But otherwise, it was a $10 box of washing soda at the
Harps.
Yeah, at Harps. So we bought it in the wrong place to start with. So it's probably more expensive there than you'd find it at Walmart. You might even be able to find it at Dollar General. And then we had the trash. Well, Matt had the trash can because we're not at my house. But I have a trash can there too that it would fit in. This is something that anybody can try and see results.
Shoot, if you're even interested in it, you can take a little 5-gallon bucket and put an anode in there and put you a chain in there, because we actually found like 5 or 6 pieces of chain that we're gonna try next just to see what happens.
And I mean, so realistically, we used that, what was it, 8 amp charger?
Yeah.
But we had I'm going to call it a 2.5 gallon bucket that we honestly started with the Black & Decker 1.5 amp on this, and it was seeing results. It was taking a while until we figured out the safety feature or whatever on the other one. But we put it in the little bucket, all the same ratios and whatnot, which was, we figured 1 tablespoon per gallon of water, and just 2 pieces of copper wire in there. I mean, you could see it that quick.
Oh yeah, it was producing.
Yeah. Inside 5 minutes, it turned the other copper wire blue.
Yeah. Disclaimer, the gases that are coming out of it are flammable. I want you to know that. Don't do this in a closed room, something like that, because it is producing hydrogen and oxygen. You have one little spark and poof.
It's not a huge poof.
It's not. But it is still flammable.
Because somebody was playing with a lighter over it. Lighting it on fire.
I don't know who that was. Who was that?
Do the right thing. Don't do Matt things. But yeah, guys. I highly encourage anybody who is interested to try it. I mean, it's fun. If we get nothing else out of this experience, it was fun.
It was fun.
You know? We see the potential in it. And like if you have rusty nuts and bolts and stuff, you could put them in something conductive and hook to it and then an anode and clean it all, I'm sure. But for engine parts, absolutely. We will definitely be doing it again. I got to quit saying gosh, because I'm just excited about it.
It was.
It was truly worth doing.
So again, remember, if you're interested, hit us up.
Yeah.
Other than that, let's close this one out.
Yep.
Next week is Thanksgiving. So the Friday that the next one will come out will be Black Friday. It'll be a short one, don't worry, guys. It'll be nice and short. So, anywho, other than that, anything else?
Nope. We appreciate you.
Yes.
Remember to do those things, like, subscribe, share.
If you like what you're saying.
Yeah. come hit us up on Facebook and just say hi, guys.
Yeah.
We don't get a whole lot of interaction. We'd really enjoy it when we do get some.
Yeah.
But otherwise,
let us know what you're doing.
Yeah. Show us your projects on Facebook. That'd be cool. You know, show us your rigs and the trails you get up to.
God knows we need to get some more.
Yeah, we got to find some. But otherwise, we'll see y'all next Friday.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.